Well, good morning. Yes, it is good morning. Good morning to you, firmly rooted leaders. We just have a couple things that we want to share with you, and we thought we would do it via video rather than a typed message. Mm-hmm. And first is just a scheduling thing. With just in general, it's right, but now that Ruth is in our lives and other things, Kimberly and I are going to, unless there's an emergency, try to have a Sabbath day, a day in which we don't work. And so we're kind of declaring that day to be Fridays. We're moving some devotional stuff around, Aaron and me, and trying to get the week covered. Fridays, I might pre-record the devotions. I'm encouraging a couple guys from Firmly Rooted to maybe be involved in those devotions on Friday, but until then, I will pre-record during the week so that I don't have to go into the office or just fulfill that responsibility for an hour and a half, 2 hours as we're getting ready for those devotions. So the church, Firmly Rooted, now has a phone and a new number that's been shared with you, and that number can be called if there's an emergency. It can even be text messaged if you have something that you just want to say to the church, and we'll get to that. We're kind of going to be out of the zone. We're going to either put our phones on Do Not Disturb, or we're going to make it so like we check it about every 4 hours or so. And look, we want to be there if there's an issue, but at the same time, if there's not an issue, if it's not an emergency, we want to be able to live that Friday as a family, live it with Ruth, and finally have a day of rest for us. Yeah. The other thing is, I want you as the leaders to know that for over a year, I have in particular, from a medical perspective, been dealing with prostate issues. It actually goes way back, but an elevated PSA, which some of you men may know, and maybe some of you women too, a jump in my PSA took place about 1.5 years ago, and it is, although symptomatically changing my diet and doing some things has reduced the traditional physical things that are experienced with someone that has an enlarged prostate and all those kinds of things. Well, at any rate, I'm getting a lot of relief, but my PSA continues to climb. And most recently, it's above 20. And so I've had some ultrasound biopsies done about 4 or 6 months ago. 2 Mondays from now, I'm going in to have a physical biopsy done where they're going to take cells from, I think they said 18 different points, and just try to rule out cancer as a possibility. The ultrasound didn't show any tumors, didn't show any growths or masses, but the urologist has no clue why I'm actually successfully shrinking my prostate with the changes I've made in my life, but my PSA continues to climb. So just wanted you as leaders to know, felt it would be wrong not to tell you. Certainly covet your prayers, and once that test is done and I have results, we'll let you know what goes on from there. But just right as you as leaders to kind of know something significant like that is taking some time in our life, and it's taking some time in our emotion and our prayers, and just trying to figure out what's going on. I think that's all that I have. What about you?
That's good. Good job.
You're good?
I'm good.
All right.
The sun is shining.
Sun is shining on this on this Saturday morning. Look forward to seeing many of you tomorrow in worship. We're going to edit this video a little bit and get it out to you as the leaders.